want to encourage you to do that. Open your heart to kids of our community. And bring them. We have a lot of kids that come here. Matter of fact, I counted up. We have like 17 or 18 kids, something like that, give or take one or two, that attend the church primarily on Wednesday night on a semi-regular basis, whose parents do not come and have never come to this church. But they come. And why do they come? Well, they come because somebody invited them. One of the kids in our church invited them. There's quite a few of them that come because people in our church bring them. Megan Mustizer's brought kids. Laura has brought kids. I know that Miss Samantha has brought kids here to our stuff. Others of you have brought other children. I know Sonia has been bringing them on. Praise God for that. Let me tell you, if there's kids that you know of, and you got your car loaded up, and there's more kids that want to come, don't say, I'm sorry, I don't have room for you. Call me. Call somebody else. Let's find a way to get those kids here. Because there will be parents who will never darken this door because they just won't. They make their decision, but will let their kids come. And I say, let's grab those kids. Ideally, we can get them all. We can get the parents, we can get the kids, we can get the parents. Matter of fact, right now, I'm hoping this trend continues. We have one little girl that came and started last year. Hearing the thing that we did last summer, she started coming, and then this year her little sister started coming. And I believe she has I know she has a little brother, and I think another little sister or two. So I'm hoping that we'll get another sibling, and then the other sibling, and then finally we'll get the parents. And then hopefully the grandparents. And then hopefully we'll get extended family. That's my goal. That should be all our goals. So let's get them. Let's not worry about, I know that Laura was telling me that, she brought some kids and parents, I'll take my kids anywhere but church. If you want to take them, that's fine. I'm not going to. Yeah, it's crazy. I understand. But you know what? We got to take what we can get. When you're in a battle for souls, eternal souls, we got to take what we can get and count our victories everywhere we can. And so I thank God for every kid that comes. And I pray for them. I have a list, so that way I don't forget any kids. I pray over the kids and your kids, but I also pray over those kids who don't have a mom and dad, or a grandma and grandpa that's praying for them. Matter of fact, they got parents that don't even, some don't even care. Just, hey, you know what? They look at, oh, you want to take my kid to church? Great. That'll give me an hour or two to myself. And that's fine. I got no problem with that. That's great. But they'll never darken the door of the church. Never. Won't come, won't participate, won't give a dime. Won't nothing. You want to do something for my kid, that's fine, but I'm not going to do anything at all. And I pray for those parents. I do. I don't get mad at them. I pray for them. Why? Because to me, one of the worst things in the world would be standing on the precipice of hell with my children on either side of me, knowing that as I'm cast in, that I'm dragging that my children are going with me, and I'm the one that led them there. That I did nothing. Not so much. Not only did I put myself in hell, but I drug my kids with me. That I never did anything to point them in the right direction towards God. And by that point, when that realization hits, it's too late. So we need to do what we can to try to throw out a net, throw out a line to them. And also, you don't know, and those kids that we minister to, those kids that you help bring in here, because when you bring them in here, you're ministering to them just as much as I am, just as much as the other teachers that teach here, that teach the kids are doing. You don't know who you're getting. You don't know if the Lord tarries what those children will grow up to be. I know a pastor right now who pastors a church in the thousands, I don't know how many thousands it is now, that has a Bible college in Tennessee. The churches in Tennessee, they have a Bible college in Tennessee. They have one in Texas. They have another one in England. They planted several churches. They've sent out, I don't know how many missionaries. And that pastor, his brother also is a pastor in Florida, last that I knew. And you know how that guy came to Christ? Bus ministry. There was a bus ministry that went around and picked him and his brother up. And his daddy was a bad man. I mean, bad man. I mean, he was a whiskey, you know, like illegal whiskey, moonshine peddler. He was a pimp, prostituted out women. And so the dad was on the run from the law a lot. And so they moved a lot because they were running away from the law. But you know what? The bus ministry found them. Wherever they went, they tracked them boys down. And that man got saved because of that. And not only did he get saved, but he's now leading other people to the Lord because of what other people did. He had a horrible, horrible upbringing. I mean, his dad beat his mom. I mean, so bad that her eyes popped out. One of her eyes popped out of his socket. I mean, you got to be beat pretty hard for your eyes to literally pop out. And that's how that man got saved because of that. His brother, through that, did a seizure plan where he got saved. They're both pastoring churches and winning people to the Lord and influencing future generations. You don't know. You might be bringing the next great pastor in this country. You might be bringing the next great soul winner. Hey, you might be bringing somebody that will grow up and will have kids and will raise a good Christian home. So don't ever think that bringing a kid to church isn't a big deal. All right, well that one was for free. That was the first sermon. Anyway, Deuteronomy 6:5-9. Everybody repeat with me. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength. And these words which I command you today shall be in your heart. You shall teach them diligently to your children. You shall talk of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, when you lie down, and when you rise up. You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates.